Good morning, dear children. As displayed on your screen, our topic for today is from your English grammar book, chapter 6, articles. As you already have learned articles in your class 6th, so I believe that you know a little bit about articles. So, if I ask you a question, what are articles? What will you answer? Yes, obviously your answer will be words a, an, and the are known to be as articles. But there is a proper definition to an article. Now, an article is actually a word that comes before a noun. Now, before the noun. So, a proper definition to articles, if I would like to give you, is an article is a word that modifies or describes the noun. It is used before the noun to show whether whatever it refers to is something specific or not. So, in this manner, article has been classified into two types. First, definite article, and second, indefinite article. As you already know about it, as you have learned about it in your class 6th. So now let us see first about indefinite article. Here actually in your this particular articles you already have learned about definite and indefinite article till now. But here today we are going to learn about omission of the articles also. So first of all let's start with indefinite articles. Now what are indefinite articles? Indefinite articles, actually the articles a and an are called to be as indefinite articles because they do not point to a particular person or thing. Do you understand what did I just say? Means a and an are indefinite articles and they are known to be as indefinite articles because they do not talk about a person or thing in particular. Okay. Now, there is actually some uh, functions of a and an, which we already have learned. Let us do a quick revision about it. Okay, a or n, what are their functions and how and where they are used. Now, the very first thing is that a and an both are used before a countable noun in the singular number. Okay, before a countable noun in the singular number, but the difference is that a is used before a countable noun in the singular number beginning with a consonant sound. Okay, whereas an is used before countable noun in the singular number beginning with a vowel sound. Are we clear with this thing here? Like example is, you can see a table, consonant sound, a table, a soup, a car, a baby. Whereas vowel sounds are a, e, I, o, u. As you already have known what are vowel, like an apple, an egg, an orange, an umbrella. Now this was the first function. Now the second function is that if a noun starts with a vowel but its pronunciation starts with a consonant, use a. Like a university, u sounds like yu. Okay, a one-eyed monster, o is there, but o here sounds like v, right? So here it is the sound of a consonant, so we will use a. And for n, if a noun starts with a consonant but its pronunciation starts with a vowel, okay, you have to use n, like an r, h-o-u-r. H is not vowel, vowels are a, e, I, o, u, but when you pronounce H-O-U-R, you do not pronounce it as hover, you pronounce it as R, N-R. In the same way, H-O-N-E-S, you do not say honest, you say honest, right? So, when word starts it with a consonant but pronunciation starts with a vowel, that time you use an. Okay, now the third function is that if a noun include adjective or adverb, the same rule applies, like a unique work, a happy child. And here If a noun include adjective or adverb, the same rule applies of that consonant and vowel sound. An interesting day, an honest man. So this was a quick revision for the function of articles. I believe that you understand what does it say. Now here I have put these images to tell you what are countable and uncountable nouns, as we read it earlier that articles are used before countable nouns and are not used before uncountable nouns. Now countable nouns like burgers, sandwiches, hot dogs, cherries, apple, grapes. You can count these, right, but you cannot count tea, ink, sugar, milk. Do you say I want a milk? Do you say I want a tea? Do you say I want a ink, an ink, a sugar? No, but you say a cup of tea, a bottle of ink, or a packet of sugar. So this is the difference between countable and non-countable or uncountable nouns. Now vowels and consonants. I have made a chart for you here so that you will know from where you have to use a and where you have to use n, what are vowels and what are consonants. Okay, so in this manner you have to differentiate where you should be using a and where you should be using n, as I explained it to you earlier. Okay, now this was indefinite article. Now we are going to see about definite articles. Now what are definite articles? Like indefinite articles are a and n, so obviously definite article is the. But why the is known to be as definite articles? Because it is used to indicate something specific. Means the is called the definite article because it points to a particular person or a specific thing. It is used when you are talking about a person or thing in particular. When you are specifically talking about something or someone, that time you use the, and it is known to be as definite article. Okay. Now example, we use the word with words like cinema, theater, radio. Example has been given to you over here. Can you turn the radio please? Shall we go to the beach today? In this way, when you specifically speak what you want to turn, TV or radio? Radio. So the radio. Shall we go to the beach today? Where? To the beach or to the theater? Anywhere. The beach. So specifically you spoke about that place, that thing. So you use the as definite article. Now here are some examples, some actually functions how and where you have to use the. Now you use the when to refer to something which has already been mentioned. Already been mentioned means, now see the example. An elephant and a mouse fell in love. An elephant and a mouse fell in love. Okay, they showed their entire category. Now again it says the mouse loved the elephant's long trunk and the elephant loved the mouse's tiny nose. Now before, when it was written elephant and mouse, definite article was not used because it was talking about some elephant and some mouse. But later on again, when they mentioned the same elephant and the same mouse, they used the as definite article because we were specifically talking about that particular elephant and that particular mouse. Okay, so the is used to refer to something which has already been mentioned. Okay, now the second function is when both the speaker and listener know what is being talked about, even if it has not been mentioned before. Now first refer to something which has already been mentioned. Now it is also used when it is not mentioned earlier, but if I am the speaker and you are the listener, when we both know something in common and we know about it, so when we talk we can use definite articles. Now I'll question, I am the speaker, so I question where is the bathroom, because I want specific some place, the bathroom. So you will answer that it is on the first floor, because we both already know about it. So specifically we are asking a question and you are giving a reply to a specific point, to a specific place, so we will use definite article. Okay. Now third, in sentences or clauses where we define or identify a particular person or object. Now what does it mean? Let us see the example. The man who wrote this book is famous. Now particular person or object. When we are defining that particular person, that particular object, we use definite article. Means the man who wrote this book is famous. Someone is famous. Who is famous? The man, that man who wrote this book is famous. So the man who wrote this book is famous. Now again a question comes, which card did you scratch? Now you will specifically tell the red card, the black card, whatever. Okay. So in this way, you will use definite article when you identify a particular person or object in a sentence or clause. Now next, to refer to objects we regard as unique. Now whatever you feel is unique, in front of that you will always use definite article, like the sun, the moon, the world, the internet, the earth, the Eiffel Tower, the equator, the north or south pole. So in front of these things which are unique, you use definite article. Now next, before superlative and ordinal numbers, only, last, first, second, like this, means the highest building. Superlatives, we know adjective, degrees of comparison, positive and superlative, right? So whenever it is superlative degree, that time we will always use definite article. Means the highest building, ordinals, the first page, the last chapter. In this way you will be using definite articles in front of these things. Okay, for an example, like it was the first thing which said that to, whenever anything is mentioned before, you will use definite article. So the children gasped, a witch was standing at the door. She was shaking her broom at them and shouting angrily. Josie started to panic. What if the witch was going to eat them? Now before a was used, which is an indefinite article, because it was talking about a witch. Which witch we do not know, because it wasn't mentioned earlier. But now when it is being mentioned earlier, later on when you again speak about it, what if the witch was going to eat them? So you use definite article because the witch has been already mentioned before and now you are mentioning it again. So in this way you will be using definite articles. Now the last point of your chapter article is no article, means omission of articles, where the thing, the noun, where we do not use articles at all. Now articles usually they go before nouns. Now there are so many times where we do not and we cannot use either a, an or the, means no article, nothing will be applied. Now where nothing will be applied? Before expressions like last night, last week, next year, next month. In these kind of expressions, articles will not be applied. Now before proper nouns means I am going to Australia. Is there any need of article? No. So whenever there is a proper noun, you do not use article. I am speaking to Ravi. I am speaking to Ravi. Do I need an article over here? No, you do not. Now next, before names of languages. For example, uh, they speak German. They speak Kannada. Do I need any article here? No, you do not. Now, before plural countable nouns that refer to the entire class of that particular subject, like I do not like bananas. Do I need article here? No. And this bananas means the entire banana in the entire world, not that banana from the Bilaspur, but banana from the entire world. Means to the entire class you are representing. Before abstract nouns, honesty is a virtue. Do you need article? No. Before the names of games and sport. Rakesh loves playing badminton. Do you need article? No. Before the names of meals. I ate breakfast. Before expressions such as all day, all night, by air and by sea. Like in this way, you do not use articles in front of some noun. Actually, you cannot use it because it does not need it. Okay, so in this way now you have learned what are indefinite articles, what are definite articles, and what are omission articles, means no articles. Okay, now here the last page of yours, it shows how you use it. A and N you use with singular countable noun. Okay, The definite article you use with singular, plural, countable or uncountable noun okay. Now no articles with plural, countable or uncountable nouns means you won't apply any article over here. So this is what article is all about. I believe that you understood this chapter. If you have any doubt related to this chapter, note it down, go through the chapter and note things whatever you do not understand, so that as we meet again I can explain it to you and we can have a very interactive Q&A session so that your doubts can be cleared and you can be well prepared for your exams. Until we meet again, take care of yourself, stay at home and stay safe.